The other day, you talked about Maxey and the importance of defending him. What do you feel like after Brad took on that assignment? What do you feel like was key on how he defended Maxey?
Yeah, I mean, he was the guy at the point of attack, and he did a phenomenal job. We saw him come in second half on Dame Lillard the other night and do a great job. Um, we had Grayson on him early, and we decided to start Brad on him tonight on Maxi, and he did a great job, and our bigs did a great job. Just being up in all of his pick and rolls, not letting him get comfortable, come off shooting threes. So it was a team effort. To hold their leading scorer to 20 points under their average is a hell of a defensive response for what we were looking for after last game.
On the closeouts on three, how would you rate the contest rate tonight?
It was far better. Even left our feet too many times for shot fakes, but I'll take that. Compared to what we saw the other night.
Obviously coming off the loss, Grayson, do what he did. I know he's done it several times this year, but what's key for him in having those kind of nights?
I mean, he's just aggressive at all times, from behind the arc, and quite frankly, putting it on the floor. He's one of our best players, and he's steady. You never know whether you're up 20, down 20. He just goes out and plays and competes. He's got a maturity about him that's really good for our group, and he's always a threat to do what he did tonight.
So we've seen Brad step up in some of these Zion matchup back from these types of moments. It's the reason maybe he doesn't get them more often, just about how much he also has to do on offense.
Yes.
Kind of picking and choosing spots with him.
Yep. You try to manage it, and if we can have Grayson eat up some minutes on some top scorers, then we try to do that. We felt like with this matchup, let's put Brad on him right away. What I loved about Brad's game is, he wasn't having the best offensive night, both with his actions, and not, he was the guy that didn't get it, a lot of shots tonight in terms of trying to balance the big three. And he didn't let that slow him down at all. He went on guard. He had three of the best defensive plays of the year, all in sequence at the end of the third quarter. It was a back tip. It was a big shoulder, contain and strip, and then a chase down block off the backboard, which were just three phenomenal plays. We're trying to go for the kill, in the middle of the third quarter to put this team away. And what he did during that stretch was phenomenal for us.
Asked about this 4 or 5 times this year, but you see the names that Kevin Durant is passing again. It's all-time scorers.
Yeah, we're lucky to have him. He's one of the greatest scorers ever to play this game, and one of the greatest players ever to play this game. And what he's doing for our group is, obviously the totality of his career. You can see the numbers by passing somebody like Shaq, but what he's doing for this year's team is far greater than just scoring the basketball. He's been one of our best defenders, and I don't know where we'd be without him. What he's doing, playing a complete game. In particular on the defensive side. It's garbage time, and he's our third string point guard. So if the game calls for it, we have injuries or foul trouble, we can use him. Or if we get into garbage time where I want to get the starters out, and we use them then.
Also, touching his shoulder a little bit. How did he come out of?
Yeah, I think he's okay. I didn't get an update on him, which tells me that he should be fine.
So the turnovers, the issue sometimes is the points they're getting off of. Like it's live ball and they're going the other way. What do you feel like was the cause for the turnovers?
Their style of play. I mean, they're first in the league in forcing turnovers. They gamble all over the place, and they grab and hold, and quite frankly, they foul. They foul all night long, and the refs didn't call it all night long. So we can look at our passing, which can be better, but they're hacking us across the arm the whole night, and the freedom of movement rules that are in place don't apply to Kevin Durant apparently, because he can't take 2 steps without getting rerouted off of his spot, which is a freaking joke, So that's what I'd say about the turnovers. He's our leader in that area. It's always been a point of emphasis for us to be a heavy crashing team offensively, and to dominate the defensive boards. And we need all 5 guys to box out. But Nurk taking care of his own man and securing boards on the defensive side, and then being a beast offensively, going to the board. We want perimeter crashers, but I mean, what he had 5 tonight, and he's one of the best rebounders in the league, if not the best rebounder in the league, and he's just doing some big time dirty work for us.
Curious about, Grayson talked about the value of spacing even further beyond the arc to kind of see how the defender will, how far they'll go out there. As the NBA has evolved, is that something, I'm curious, something you start coaching more, is spacing them further?
Yeah, we like guys to start out there, and guys that have more 3-point line range step into it at the line. But somebody like Grayson and Eric Gordon, those guys can shoot it from we call 4-point range, which is 6-8 feet behind the arc, and those guys have that ability and really stretches out the defense. Well, I challenged our guys after the Bucks game to do a couple things better: our defensive disposition, our contest rate at the 3-point line, just our overall playing harder than we played in that game. I thought we did all of those things, and to let the pass, the extra pass, connect us more offensively. So it's less one screen, one player touching it into the shot. We had more ball movement possession, which probably led to a few more turnovers. But we're playing for each other. And that was a challenge from last game to this game. We got our guys really responded, and we got to carry that over into tomorrow night.
Coach, it seems like after struggling in the first quarter, the whole team, Vogel took it upon himself to spark up not only the team, but the crowd. Is that by design, or is that just a next man up mentality?
Next man up. He's just playing within his role. They were over helping off of him. The ball swung to him. He caught it in rhythm and shot the basketball. Knocked down a few plays, and he made some good contest plays. He did have one play where he didn't get matched up, which is always frustrating for a coach. But for the most part, he was really solid in that first half, and didn't turn the basketball over. Second half, had some turnovers. He's got to play within himself with those situations, but he gave us a hell of a lift in the first half. He was really good.